What's going on, guys? We're coming to you 10 seconds after the last BFR. We're doing these three consecutively. Game 39 against the New Jersey Devils in New Jersey would end the road trip for the Hawks. It's a 6 o'clock game on January 5th, so it was a back-to-back. And this game was the death game. By the end of it, Connor Bedard has been announced to have a fractured jaw. Nick Foligno has a fractured left finger. And this is their 14th straight loss on the road. The Hawks end up losing 4-2 to the Devils. Record goes to 11-26-2. Shots were 32-25 New Jersey. Hits were 14 apiece, and faceoffs were 36-19 New Jersey. Power play, Chicago goes 1 for 5. New Jersey goes 0 for 6. And New Jersey was the best power play in the league, so that's saying something. Soderblom saves 28 out of 31. Vanacek saves 23 out of 25. So Soderblom with another pretty decent performance. Hopefully he can get these stringing together, build up confidence. But in the first, Tierney to Smith is denied. You won't hear Smith's last name, or that's not the last time you're going to hear Smith. Devils have full control. 13:40 Chicago penalty to Reese Johnson for slashing. There were some good chances that were denied. 9:15 New Jersey penalty to Ball for tripping, which would be killed. And then on that power play, Bedard is hit in the head by Brendan Smith. This is not the first time Brendan Smith has hit a Hawks player in the head. He hit Ben Smith back in 2011 in the 2011-12 preseason. And, that he was suspended, I think, was it 4? I think 8 regular season games, maybe 4, I don't recall. But I remember from when I was a kid, because it was a nasty hit. And that leads to a lot of penalties at 9-11. Chicago, New Jersey penalties to Foligno and Smith for roughing. Foligno gets the extra one for roughing at 9-11. We're not going to talk about that time. But Kurashev, Foligno, and Gutman immediately went after Smith. All three of them basically. Kurashev was the first one there, and then Foligno, and then Gutman, and they were just tearing it into Smith. They could have had more penalties, to say the least. Now the question is, was it a clean hit? From the angle, it looks shoulder to head, but then again, Bedard is shorter than Smith, so I don't think it should have been a penalty. Was it a headshot? Yes, but that's height difference, and you really can't do anything about that. You can't make Bedard be taller or shorter or however, or Smith the same way. It was dirty, I would say, but dirty doesn't necessarily mean suspendable. The debate's been going wild all over the internet. Then at 6:40, New Jersey gets a penalty to Siegenthaler for high sticking. Heischer was slow to get up after a big hit by Murphy, so he took a piece of him. 4:55, though, it's a Chicago power play goal from Jason Dickinson as he continues his hot season. 13th of the season from Vlasic to make it 1-0. And then at 4:03, it's a New Jersey penalty to Miller for roughing, which would be killed. Dickinson was tripped and there was no call, but we go to the second period. Game is only going to get more nasty from here, I wrote down in the second, because it was already just flaring up after the Bedard hit. 16:55, Chicago penalty to Megna for cross-checking, which would be killed. Marino then saved a goal shorthanded. A brawl explodes at 14:58. Donato, it ends up with Chicago. So there's 4 different sets of penalties here. 14:58, Chicago and New Jersey penalties to Donato and Mercer for roughing. Same time, Vlasic and Bastian. Vlasic gets 1 for instigator, Bastian gets 1 for boarding. Then Vlasic and Bastian also get 5 for fighting each. And then Vlasic also gets the instigator and 10-minute misconduct. So Vlasic gets the 2, the 5, and the 10. And there were a lot of penalty minutes in this game, to say the least. And that was a pretty long. And then at 2 seconds later, Foligno says, "I'm going to end this." And at 14:56, it's Chicago and New Jersey penalties to Foligno and Smith. This is where Foligno, we believe, broke his finger. I said I believe. This was 5 minutes for fighting, and it was a long fight. But they said they're going to end this now, and it got a little less nasty after that. That was kind of the peak of it, but at 13:43, though, you have a Chicago penalty to Cini for cross-checking, which would be killed. And at 9:52, it's a New Jersey open net one-timer goal from the rookie Alexander Holtz, a ninth of the season from the other rookie Nemec to make it 1-1. Brett has a break that's saved. 5:43, though, it's a New Jersey penalty to Miller for holding, which would be killed. 3:21, Chicago penalty to Megna for holding, which would be killed. And then it's a great move by Boris Kachuk. It's a shorthanded snipe goal, 3rd of the season from Boris Kachuk, unassisted, and the score is now 2-1 Chicago. Yep, I don't know why I didn't write down the score there, but it's 2-1 Chicago right there. And then with 6 seconds to go in the period, it's a New Jersey goal. Or no, not a goal. Why did I say goal? Penalty to Bastian for interference, which would be killed. And we go to the third period, where the Hawks would start with 1 minute and 54 seconds on the power play. Devils were pressuring, and then at 14-19, New Jersey snipe from Simon Nemec, the defensive rookie, the second overall pick 2 years ago. Second of the season from Tierney and Siegenthaler, and what a shot. That was a fantastic shot. If you stop that, you're stopping greatness. That makes it 2-2. And then at 10:29, Murphy takes a penalty for roughing, and New Jersey makes him pay. Or no, they don't. They make him pay right after the power play ends. 8:04, it's a New Jersey redirect goal on it's Michael McLeod with his 10th of the season from Lazar and Holtz to make it 3-2. The Hawks come close to tying late, but the empty net goes down. 27 seconds, it's a New Jersey empty net goal from Tyler Toffoli, 16th of the season, unassisted, and that would conclude the game. However, it was said that Jack Hughes would not play the following game, whether that's due to injury or whether that's just due to something else. We don't know, but if so, the Hawks took a piece of Heischer and Hughes with them for injuring Bedard and Foligno, which I think is fair retribution, although this could be a pretty ugly matchup next time these two teams meet. Hopefully it's not like the incident known in hockey is the Steve Moore incident back in 2004. That was just crazy. Maybe I'll do a video on that eventually because that's just some interesting topic to cover. But that's going to be all I have for you guys in this BFR. I had a full page of notes almost. As you can see, it goes down to about here. Haven't had a full page of notes like that in a very long time, but with all the penalties, yeah, it really filled up the page. But now we got Game 40 up next. So I'm going to end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Goodbye.